Okay. Chapter 18. Well, we return to some sense of absolute insanity because, yeah, that's where we are. So, a whole bunch of shit happens in this one, so give me time. There's an overview, and I'm trying. They have to go back to school because if they miss any more school, they're totally going to fail all their classes. Because, no school would ever make exemptions for the fact that your best friend just passed away. Sure. Anyway, so they go back there, and James has to talk to the guidance counselor and Mr. Hanson, who I'm fairly certain is a teacher or a principal. I don't know. All these people kind of blend together. And they basically tell him that they want him... the whole reason he was a TA, the whole reason they rearranged his schedule, the reason they did all of this stuff was because they wanted him to be school president. Not class president. School president. Yeah. I'm serious. So this kid who isn't fitting into any of these groups, isn't popular, isn't well known amongst the student body, hasn't really done anything that amazing, and has actually been in trouble for fighting, ditching school, and a host of other wonderful, strange things. That's going to be the school president. That's what they wanted. So much so that he even points that out. So... whatever. Moving on, he decides he's going to go to his gym class, because apparently that's the only two classes that exist in this school, are art and gym. And he realizes that the PE teacher, who he really likes, is now back, and he's not in the hospital anymore, and I honestly forgot he had been in the hospital, and I really don't know how much time has actually passed. Time is a nebulous concept, and sometimes it is days, and sometimes it's weeks, and sometimes it's years. We started this book, and I was but a young unicorn of 19. I'm now 5,000 years old. It will never fucking end. So they decide that his whole thing, going back to the class president thing, school president, because I'm still kind of looking at that. I'm rereading little bits of the chapter. Is that he's going to win it no matter what, simply because he's the right person for the job, because, elections are jokes, right? Hashtag Illuminati. So, yeah, his favorite PE teacher's back, and they're all happy, and they play dodgeball just like on the first day, and it's like, happiness is there, and then he and Abby are leaving the gym, and they're holding hands, and then that counselor who doesn't like her is like, you need to come over here. You need to talk to us. And the police are there. Because reasons. And so the cops go and talk to her, and this woman is just like, not in the room while the cops are talking to her. She's mean-mugging James and being like, you two have been together this long and you don't know what's wrong. How can you not know? You have to know. Because, it just makes me happy you're not an accomplice. And he's like, an accomplice to what? But then the cops come out and they're like, yeah, we're gonna let her go. And she's just like, but how? She's responsible for everyone who died in the shooting. She told her boyfriend to do it. It's in the letters you found in Seth's home. It was in her handwriting. I'm quoting, because that's actually in there. And the cop's like, yeah, that's not actually what she said. And that's not, admissible. So it's not actually evidence of anything. So, later. And it turns out it's because she was super upset, and she wrote some letter, because everybody writes letters. That's just like a thing. There's letters all over the fucking place. Notes and cryptic clues and all this other shit. to Seth saying that she was super depressed and just wanted everybody to disappear. Which is totally not the same thing as saying, I want you to commit horrible fucking warlike atrocities. Because that's what he did. Somehow. And she tells James all this after they get home. So she's so very upset. And his response to this... You know what? Why don't I just read it to you? When I was, quote, when I was depressed and cutting, because we have to throw that in there, I told Seth, in multiple letters, that I wished everyone would just disappear, but that's instantly, like a muscle response, I stood up, turning her remaining words into silent panic as I walked into the bathroom, slamming the door behind me. And then he gets in the shower. So his response to his girlfriend being traumatized over the fact that she thinks she may have told someone to commit the most violent act in school shooting history in the United States is, I'm going to get in the shower by myself and think about these things. I mean, is he even human? Are we sure he's not like an alien robot sent here to study us or something? Like, what the fuck is going on with this mindset? So, yeah, he's in the shower and thinks about things. And then he comes out and she still looks mortified because apparently she hasn't moved from that spot. Because she's not actually a real person. She's just a girlfriend-shaped object. And he's just like, well, I don't think you did anything wrong, and I know that you are good, and because I say so, then you are, and then they have to kiss, and then they're gonna have sex, because that's what you do. Ugh. There's so many things wrong with this, and they just keep piling up. And just when you think that it's we can't possibly get any fucking stranger, a new level appears. It can't possibly get any weirder. Au contraire, mon frere, because there it is. There it is. There's a whole different fucking thing. It's suddenly there, and there's so much more to it. So, we keep coming back to the fact that the guidance counselor fucking hates this girl. And just to an unhealthy level. Like, it's one thing if you disagree with someone and their life choices, but to literally, harass an actual child. She's a high school student. They're not adults. And you are an adult. And this was written by an adult. Okay. Oh shit, this book's gonna break me, but at least it's almost over. So, there's that. There's the fact that he just wants to gloss over the fact that, she was self-harming. I mean, that's what all of the emo teens do, am I right, fellow children? Fuck off, Onion Boy. That's fucking horrible. There's literally no reason to do this, and you did it anyway. Just stop. And then to have the entirety of this, I guess, acceptance of the fact that you actually didn't do anything wrong hinged on what your fucking boyfriend thinks over whether or not you believe yourself to be good. Like, her personality, her existence, everything is just whatever James says. Because she's a woman-shaped object that is there to prop him up. Because he is main character, and main character is most important character. This is totally not what, Greg wants his alternate universe high school life to be like. Because it's very self-insert. but also knowing everything that happened in this book, if this is actually what he wanted high school to be like, that fills me with an uncharacteristic amount of fear. I can't imagine someone thinking that this universe is good. It's not. It's very much not. I really don't know what else to make of this. This is just... You know how... Okay. I said this to Sango earlier concerning this book. And I'm going to use another book as an example to kind of do this. I've not read all of the Harry Potter books. But I don't have to read them to kind of get an idea of what's going to happen within, you know, the pages of these books. I assume, I don't know the name of any of them, but I assume that whatever book it is, it's going to concern Harry, his friends, maybe Hogwarts, probably some fucking magic, maybe a bad guy or two. There will be spells, and there will be adventure. This is a generalization, but it's not wrong. These are things that happen in these books. I legitimately can't tell you what's going to happen chapter per chapter in this book. I have no idea. It changes so fucking rapidly that I can't even begin to describe it to you. If I was asked to write a summary of what Stones to Abbigale is about, I think the best way I can describe it is shit happens. That's it. I don't know what else to say. Every single bit of this has just been fucking strange from one end to the other. It's been hilarious in places, it's been anger-inducing in others, but it has been 100% confusing. I'm starting to get really frustrated with the confusion. But it's almost over. It's almost over. So with that, thank you all for watching. I hope you're enjoying this series, because I'm fairly certain it's killing me. I love you all so very much, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye!